because of COVID, I've pretty much been off the charts, and also because I have exams coming up. I've pretty much been off the charts, but this opportunity I just couldn't miss out. It appears that there's four confluences for a sell on the Australian dollar CAD pair. Now, let me know your opinion on this market breakdown. I rarely ever do a market breakdown. I usually go over trades I've taken because I think that's more beneficial to people if they actually see trades you've taken, and from analysis until the trade is complete. So this is something new, me breaking down my trade. And since it's a huge position, I just thought, you know what, let me share it. So I love rising wedges, right? So first thing I did was draw out what appears to be a rising wedge. Now, as I draw these lines, I want to remind you, you should always bear in mind the movement of the pair. So Australian dollar has, I wouldn't even say a reputation, it's known to range for long periods of time, and it has very bizarre movements. So you should always be careful when you're trading the Australian dollar. I'm sure you would know by now that huge movements in one direction are very rare. Most of the time, like huge movements like this are very rare. Most of the time, it just ranges and ranges. Like here, as you can see, it just ranges. Anyway, so we've drawn the rising wedge. Essentially, a rising wedge is a huge collapse. It starts off with a huge collapse, and then price rises up for some time. You can call it market consolidation. So here was obviously where a lot of sellers were stopped out. I got in this week around this point here. So around this point here, you can also use the 8 moving average strategy I've talked about. So essentially I got in here because of the 8 moving average strategy. And so we had the rising wedge, 8 moving average on the 1 hour. I got in and then I was holding. And then Friday, somehow price just shot up and then took me out for break even because it's exactly the same area I got in. So essentially what happened this week was price opened here, right? Because I got it on Sunday evening. Price opened up here, fell for the whole week, and then on Friday in one movement, into one entire movement, it pulled up to this area. If you've never seen market manipulation, huge swings like that are not normal. Essentially, what would happen essentially after that is something drastic, a major move, possibly to the downside. So this is just to shake off a lot of early buyers, a lot of early sellers. Sorry, so a lot of early sellers got out as price shoved back up again. So if this is market manipulation, what we are waiting for essentially is the rising wedge to complete. The rising wedge is completing. Essentially, it's falling down to this base area here. So essentially, a rising wedge is a continuation pattern. We had a fall, price consolidated for some time, and then we're going to continue the fall to the base of the rising wedge. What's the second confluence I have? Obviously, was this huge bizarre movement in one day. It took 1 week. The real trend. This is a quote I got from someone when I first started off, and he said the real trend takes time. Market manipulation happens fast and rapidly. This is 1 week's movement. This is one huge shift in one day. If you don't believe me, just look at the timestamp. This is the 20th. This is Thursday evening. Woke up Friday, and this was all on the 20th. All of it, one day. Obviously, that's not the correct move. It's to manipulate a lot of buyers, get them buying, and then essentially price turns against them. What's the second confluence? The second confluence is this resistance area here. Price has struggled to break this area 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. It's struggled to break through it. Essentially, what we're hoping for is that price struggles to break through it. Third confluence is this 2-pin bar reversal. If you've never seen this 2-pin bar reversal, it essentially means what it is. It's a reversal. So this is a huge shove up, right? Basically knocking stop losses out. I don't have a stop loss on this, by the way. So this huge candle is supposed to knock stop losses out, right? And then all of a sudden, price shoves down in the correct trend. This was, as I'm saying, manipulation and inflation. and then essentially we'll just see it tumbling down. That's the hope. So we've talked about the rising wedge, we've talked about the resistance area, we've talked about the two bar reversal, and then the fourth confluence I was talking about is the 8 moving average. As you can see, we're now kissing the 8 moving average in the 1 hour chart. And the minute we start falling below that, as in this case, can you see how similar this candle is before we started falling with this candle right here, all kissing the 8 moving average? So hopefully this week we'll see a fall of the Australian dollar. I want to know what you guys think. Maybe you see things differently, but those are the four confluences I'm seeing.